Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the best settings for gaming on HONOR Magic 8 Pro. Okay, so let's begin. First, let's open up our settings and let's make sure that we are using the highest refresh rate possible. To do it, scroll down a little bit until you find display and brightness. Scroll down once again until you find the refresh rate, and you need to make sure that it's set to dynamic or on high. Thanks to that, we'll have up to 120 Hz refresh rate. Simply, everything will be the smoothest as possible. All of the animations, also your whole phone, even when you'll be scrolling left or right, down or up, it will be the smoothest. So for now, let's keep it to, actually, for the gaming, let's select it on high, so it will be 120 Hz all the time. And now, we can go back until we find the battery, and for gaming we can enable the performance mode. Now our phone will be working in the fastest way, but you need to remember that this mode will consume more battery than usual, and also the temperature of the device may increase. So after you quit gaming, I mean if you finish, you should change the performance mode into balanced back. Because, overheating your device is not the best thing, so we should avoid situations like that, but just for playing games, it's good to turn that mode on. Also, when it comes to the refresh rate itself, you need to remember that not each game supports 120 Hz refresh rate, 120 FPS. Everything depends on the game. Sometimes in certain games you cannot even change the graphics. For this video I have picked a game in which we can do it. I have downloaded Asphalt Legends. Another example of the game in which you can change the graphic settings is, for example, the PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile, etc, etc. And now, we have changed everything that we wanted in the settings, so now let's open up the game itself. So I'll show you which settings you can select to get the best performance and the best experience from gaming. Also, our HONOR has inbuilt Game Center. I'll show that later. For now, let me open up the settings in the game. Let's find the graphics. In every game, it will look pretty similar to each other. I'm sure that you will find it. And as you take a look, when it comes to our HONOR 8 Pro, the Asphalt Legend supports up to 120 FPS. So you just need to always make sure that you have the highest frame rate set, because defaultly you'll have 60, I think. So simply manually select 120. Also, you will have to quit the game and then open it up once again to apply the changes. Actually, I was pretty impressed because on many other devices, the maximum FPS in Asphalt is only 60, while on the HONOR we have up to 120. I don't know why actually, but that's good to have. We'll have the smoothest gameplay. So always make sure that the frame rate in each game is set to max. And down below we have the advanced settings. If you want to have the best performance, you should keep everything on low, but it's up to you. If you want to have the best graphics, simply max out the settings for high or for the ultra, or if you want to have a preset somewhere in the middle, so you'll have a decent graphics and a good FPS, good performance, you can shuffle those settings, set them like in the middle. You can select some options on low, some on high. It's up to you. You can just spend a few minutes and adjust everything into your own preferences. For now, let me keep it maybe like that. But remember, as you take a look, the frame rate has changed automatically, so let's manually select 120. Now let's go back. The game says that we need to restart the game to apply the changes, so let's click on OK. And now let's go into the inbuilt Game Center. To do it, slide from the edge to the right side. As you can see, we have our game manager. And now let's select from balanced into game for best performance. In here, if you want, you can quickly change the brightness, or you can even lock the brightness so it won't change automatically. You can perform a memory cleanup. That is also a really useful thing. So all of the junk files will be cleared. We can also enable the Do Not Disturb mode, so the app notifications will be silenced, so we won't get distracted by a misclick during our gameplay. So it's really cool to enable. We also have the mismatch prevention that is currently enabled, also really useful thing. When this feature is enabled, we won't, take a screenshot by a misclick, we won't exit the game accidentally, so it's also really good to enable. You can also apply some game filters if you're interested. You can enable the touch entrancer. You can quickly take a screenshot, start a screen recording. You can lock the rotation. I also like to have that enabled. You can add the timing aid and also open up the settings and check the other things. You can check for updates or go to game manager settings and also change some settings in there. But always make sure that you're using the game mode, and also in the settings of the phone, in the settings of the game, make sure that you're using the highest refresh rate for the smoothest gameplay and animations. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.